What is going on, everybody? My name is Carl. Welcome to another week of Movie Mondays. This is the Heroes Fire podcast. We are back again talking all the week's movie news, entertainment news, and just generally having a bit of a chit-chat about all things film. As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Sean Mean. Sean, how's it going?
I'm good. I didn't think of anything funny to say.
That's not fucking much of a change.
Oh, man, come on. Come on.
So this is Movie Mondays, so this is where we, have a bit of a discussion about all things film. Now, we're not very smart.
No.
We're not the brightest boys.
We've never claimed to be.
No. In fact, it's our niche to not be.
Yeah, isn't the description hosted by two Irish idiots?
Fakers. It's two Irish fakers.
Okay.
So this week, Sean, I said that there'd be no nuisance talk, right?
No nuisance talk?
No nuisance talk.
But it's the movie news.
I can't have any more of you talking shite, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the most important, serious movie trailer I've ever seen.
Oh? Is it some art house film?
You could say art house.
Is it a historical drama?
It has two characters, one who is out of time, and the other who is very old.
Okay.
It's like a Shakespeare play.
It is. It's like Othello.
I'm looking for Macbeth. No, it's Bad Boys for Life, the official trailer number this.
So this is the second trailer for the third Bad Boys film called Bad Boys for Life.
Yes.
Okay.
We've already had the argument of why this movie isn't the fourth one.
And why it's already failed in our eyes.
Exactly, because it's so simple. You say Bad Boys for Life, and you just make it look.
It makes no sense.
This for Life name, it was sitting there. Just leave it for one more.
Just do Bad Boys 3, but make the Y a 3.
Great stuff. Not so good. I agreed with you, and then I thought of it.
Then you realise what that would look like.
I pictured what the Y as a tree would look like.
Okay.
You've got
Bad Boys, but cut off the line on the capital B.
Right.
What does that make?
A tree.
Bad Throys.
Oh shit. Bad Throys.
It's my friend Troy.
For Life. Still confuses people.
Still the fourth one somehow.
Which one is it? Nobody knows. So we watched the trailer before we started recording here, Sean. What are your thoughts? I want hot takes on this trailer, because this is the final trailer before the movie comes out.
When is it coming out? Soon?
At some stage.
Okay, fair enough. Maybe never. This looks like a Need for Speed game.
Yes,
because it's just a lot of oversaturated car shots.
You think?
Yeah, and there's a lot of branding going on.
Where did you see that?
There's about 4 shots where the car's logo spins into frame.
Well, they were sponsored by Porsche 100%. There's
Absolutely.
No way.
Oh, they weren't sponsored by Ferrari, and it was like, I gotcha.
If anyone's ever seen those the Marvel behind the scenes when they're talking about like Civil War, they're just like, they gave us 55 Audis, we just crashed them all. Audi are so cool.
Every time Iron Man finds a car, it's an Audi.
Absolutely. So Porsche, I think, just gave them $100 million. They were like, just put 2 Porsches in this.
Yeah, and is the market for this movie the one that Porsche wants to appeal to?
I think the market for this movie is the same market for the Fast and Furious movies, but I think the past Fast and Furious. So like
this seems softer.
Yeah, I think this is like Fast and Furious, but like 1 to 4 before it got,
when they were just stealing random electrical equipment.
Yeah, before it realised what it was
and leaned into that.
I think this is still slightly leaning away. This is Lethal Weapon mixed with Fast and Furious.
Yeah, very much. Even in the one character wants to retire,
yes,
and the other one is going to do this till he's 100,
which
I feel is a commentary on Will Smith's acting.
True story. But to be fair to Will, right, he plays himself in every movie.
That's true.
So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He can just be the cool guy.
Did you notice the amazing amount of Batman references that happen at the start of this?
Was there? Oh,
he was just like, not even Batman can drive this fast. And then Martin Lawrence says, "You're not Batman." And in my head I just went, yeah, he's Deadshot.
I mean, same universe.
It's
pretty close.
Does Bad Boys exist in the Batman universe?
Does Deadshot exist in the Bad Boys universe?
Oh, what if there's a crossover?
Imagine this Will Smith character is both Deadshot and this character.
There has to be, someone has to have like drawn the Smithiverse. And it's just all his characters.
And it's just him shouting at Jaden Smith after Earth.
Yeah. And then just him being nice to Jaden Smith in Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah, he's so happy.
Which has a Captain America toy in it.
It does! Oh my god, it's all coming
licensing is
together.
going to be-
And Porsche are still giving us $100 million.
Porsche let us crash all their cars.
What they're sound, lads! So what stood out to you in this trailer, most of all?
There's Will Smith. This movie is going to be Will Smith coming to terms with his age. Will Smith's character. I forget what his name is. But because there's this new hotshot fucking like detective squad. Yeah,
so the minute I seen that, my thought was, okay, the plot is that Will Smith is trying to like recapture the old days.
Yeah.
Martin Lawrence was to fuck off.
Yeah, he's done with it.
He's done with it. Then Will Smith's like, right, okay, and then the captain puts him on a new squad. And this new squad are like young and hip, but they're going to go on a mission and fuck up.
Yeah.
Or something's going to bad's going to happen. They're like, we need Martin back. We need Big Lauro back in this fold.
Yeah, and someone is trying to kill Will Smith.
Someone's always trying to kill Will Smith, but he is a dick in these movies.
Yeah, he's the bad boy.
Yeah, for life.
But like, ironically, like that, like young fuck team, that was him. In the previous movies,
yes,
is that he was a rogue agent, but he'd get the job done.
Yeah.
So now he's grown to the point where he doesn't like that anymore.
You live long enough to see yourself become the villain,
Absolutely.
Sean. Another Batman reference.
Another Batman. He's a bit two-faced, isn't he?
Oh, very good. He looks like a penguin.
No,
he doesn't actually.
You've gone wrong. I bet that scene with the pit bull goes on a bit too long.
The pit bull being like a bit bitey with Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, and he's in the sidecar. That's going to be a 5-minute scene.
I'd say 15. 15 minutes
Majority
scene. They're after
film.
cutting out the rest of the last scene, the last fight scene at the end.
Yeah.
Cut all that out. I just want 10 more minutes of that pit bull just kind of like implying he's going to bite his testicles.
See, do you think, like, they sort the pit bull the first time,
yeah.
Then in the climactic fight scene, Martin Lawrence is on the ropes.
The rapper pit bull turns up.
The rapper pit bull turns
yes.
up, Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
And then a dog pit bull also turns up.
If Pitbull had a pit bull, would he be like? Is that?
It's Pitbull's Pitbull.
It's Pitbull's Pitbull, but he's the most powerful Pitbull because you have double the Pitbulls.
He's learned from the best.
He's learned from the best.
From the old masters.
The senses of the bull ways.
Yeah, it's been passed down through generations.
Fucking hell, yeah.
But do you think that then the dog Pitbull will save Martin Lawrence at the end?
Oh, there is no other way.
And he adopts it into his family.
Absolutely.
His family comes up in this. Fam.
Big fam, because it's Fast and Furious mixed with Lethal Weapon.
Literally. So they're each other's brothers. They love each other.
I think this looks better than the first trailer.
Yeah.
We shat on the first trailer a lot.
The first trailer was trying to be a weird comedy mix thing, and this is still to an extent.
But I think this kind of it has good action scenes in it. Well, from what we've seen,
yeah, the driving looks pretty good in this.
Driving looks pretty good. The stunts are not bad. I mean, they're probably going to push that a little more heavy because they are just relying on Will Smith at the minute.
Yeah,
and the name recognition,
and the interpreted loyalty that they think everyone has to this series.
Because to be honest with you, I think the storyline itself is going to be fairly by the numbers.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a toss-up between this and, I feel you could interchange this script with the Gemini Man script. And it would probably work
very similar, yeah.
Yeah.
How long do you think Will Smith can go playing this character?
The Bad Boys character specifically?
Or just
himself
being really cool, the cool guy.
See, I think he needs £7 or a Pursuit of Happiness every now and again.
Yeah, to remind people.
Yeah, he can't be Hitch all the time.
Yeah, that's what he is.
Yeah,
he's just the cool guy who has all the cool lines.
Yeah, or Hancock.
Yeah,
But
as you said, if we're all happy for him to do that, if every 5th movie he does something really
knocks
good,
it out of the park.
Yeah, and it's just, oh no, you're actually good. I
remember this now.
Like Pursuit of Happiness, you're amazing in that.
Yeah, but there was news. This might be covered later, it might not. But HBO are doing a new streaming service, and they have all of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the old episodes on it.
Oh yeah.
If they do a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reboot series with Will Smith
And Martin Lawrence.
Martin
Lawrence is still there for some reason.
Yeah.
He's not actually in the original series.
No, he just turns up. He's playing Carlton now. Not the actual actor for Carlton.
No. The actual actor, what's the man's name? Oh no, I'm about forgetting it. But
he was in I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
But he's still in the show, but he's not playing Carlton anymore.
No.
Martin Lawrence has just randomly been cast as Carlton.
Yeah.
Just nobody answers.
Because he just won't stop hanging around.
He just won't stop.
Also, is there a joke in this that Martin Lawrence is just scared of his wife?
That's a joke in all of the...
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, yeah, the other two movies are just his wife is always just like... Because she's like a naggy, like a woman, like Shaw. You know what I mean?
Are we gone past that?
I think that's a very 90s Fast and Furious 1 thing.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Women are either hot or they're naggy. There's no in between, right?
They can be both now.
They can be both. It's a new world, lads.
Oh.
But like that is very the first two movies.
Yeah, it's very. I don't think that aged.
Will Smith
well.
is always with models. And Martin Lawrence has a wife. The old ball and chain at home won't leave him alone, Sean.
Jesus Christ.
That was basically the cliches that they went with.
That they're riding with.
They were riding with that. They ride or die with that, right? But, yeah, so in this one, the joke is that she's the exact same.
Okay.
It's good, isn't it?
It's great. It's so unnecessary, though. It makes no odds to the story at all.
No, she has to be a bitch.
But, like, a man's body falls on Martin Lawrence's cat.
And his first reaction is, oh, my naggy wife is going to give out to me.
She'll kill me. She always knows.
It's so good.
It sounded like he was genuinely terrified of her.
Rather than who shot the body.
Yeah. And the fact that it just fell from the sky.
No, that wife, she's really naggy though. Like, he's trying to be a bad boy for life.
But not...
And she's like, I don't want you to be a bad boy for life.
You can be a bad boy 9 to 5.
9 to 5. But when you come home, you gotta be a good father to our children.
Does he have kids in this?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I'm assuming he does.
Is there a whole thing about him learning to be a father?
I think... see, here's the thing. That could be probably the plot of the second or the first one.
That's true.
I just can't remember.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to see this one. The third one?
No, he definitely has a daughter in number 2.
Does she?
Because there's the scene where her date turns up to the door and him and Will Smith have a funny exchange with the date.
Like the end of Taken 3.
Yeah, the date is like, I think he's like 6'4" or something. And Will Smith just opens the door and like, you're at least 30. There's no way you're taking my daughter out.
That's very good.
It is a pretty good scene. You know what? I'm back in.
I'm back on board.
I'm back in.
Bad Boys for Life.
For life. Yeah, watch this trailer. It's fine.
It's fine. It's better than the first one.
There's a good thing. Moving on to our next piece of news, and that is Star Wars, Sean.
Star Wars?
Star Wars.
I have a confession to make.
Go on.
I was thinking about it during the week.
Yes.
I actually like Star Wars.
What?
Yeah, I think it's grand.
What's your favourite Star Wars?
Return of the Jedi.
Wrong.
Really?
No, yeah.
What's the best one?
The Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars.
Yeah, the Clone Wars.
Okay.
It has that cool scene with the sand.
You're not narrowing it down.
So Star Wars officially on Disney hiatus after Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, this is big news.
What are your thoughts, Sean?
Okay, so we've gone from having not even too much Star Wars.
It wasn't an oversaturated market though.
It was, and then they toned it back.
Yeah.
But is this in hiatus movie wise? Is it in hiatus with the Obi-Wan Disney Plus show? Movies.
Yes.
No movies for a while.
No movies. So the Disney CEO Bob Iger has reportedly confirmed that Star Wars movies will go on hiatus after the Rise of Skywalker.
Okay. I'm not mad about that.
Now hiatus implies that there's not an actual time frame.
Yeah.
But hiatus could last 5 years, could last 10 years, could last 1 year. Who cares?
Yeah, there can be, like... Yeah, you're right. There can be any length of hiatus and no one has to justify it.
Exactly.
But it's kind of good in a way. Because you're not going from, here's 9 movies. Now here's the next 27 that we have planned.
To be honest with you, I think this is the best idea anyone could ever have come up with.
Yeah, because... And... like, I think, what was the term that people had? Star Wars fatigue.
Star Wars fatigue was the term that was going around for the last like year and a half.
Yeah, and this was the time when we had, it was like Rogue One, Solo, and we had gotten teasers for that. Oh, a Mandalorian movie might be announced.
Yes.
A Boba Fett movie.
Or an Obi-Wan movie.
Which everyone would have loved.
Yeah, exactly.
But then they just canned all that, and now they've canned future movies for a while.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad thing, because it lets things settle, lets a bit of love rise up again.
Well, like, we've talked about... You said you love Star Wars. I'm probably not as much in the love category. I've seen all of the Star Wars movies, so my opinion would be that this needed to happen... The minute Solo came out and didn't do as well, like, they were like stuck. They were like, we have to do fucking 8 and 9.
Yeah.
But we're kind of stuck in this little hole. We need to stop, even just for 5 years.
Yeah, because like the gap between Episode 3 and The Force Awakens,
2006 to 2016.
Yeah, 9 or 10 years, definitely.
Yeah.
Like,
was it 2015 or 2016?
2016.
Or was it Christmas 2015?
Christmas 2015. Oh my god. No, because Last Jedi came out in 2018.
Yeah.
And then there was a 2-year gap between
Force
Awakens
fair
and
enough.
Last
Okay,
Jedi.
fair enough, yeah.
Because we had Rogue One in the middle of that. So that's what it was, 2016. But that was more than enough time for people to just be like, okay, now we're just left with the rest of the Star Wars media. There's no more movies.
Yeah, like, the power of 10 years can be shown. Like, I know there's loads of Star Wars fans that, like, weirdly, I think half of them don't want this, and then the other half are like, this might actually be a good idea. Like
yeah.
I just said, stoke the fire slightly, but, like, if there's anything that proves that a hiatus can work, it's the fact that you put out the prequels and then waited 9 years or whatever, and the excitement was immediately back. They were like, another Star Wars.
Yeah, and Force Awakens had one of the biggest openings ever.
And I remember the Force Awakens trailer coming out and the Star Wars music coming in behind as the X-Wings were going across the water, and you're just kind of like, oh my god, this is... And your blood starts pumping, you're like, yeah, let's go again.
Yeah, and I think that, like, people need that time to think, and because people still like Star Wars. Like, The Rise of Skywalker, the pre-sales are the highest for any Star Wars movie ever.
Really?
Yeah. So people are still in, like, that whole thing about boycotting it. People don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
People will watch it.
Especially episode 9. Like, it's the last.
It's the last one. You're going to watch it even if it's bad.
Yeah.
But I think that giving it time before you launch into another saga is good. Do you know, because I don't think they're going to make many more Star Wars movies that don't have at least 2 or 3 films worth of plot in them.
So the thing about this is, the issue that I was thinking of is they have scheduled 3 more movies in 2022, 2024, 2026.
So is the hiatus just 2 years?
We don't know, but like they are put in the calendar currently that they have 3 movies, because the trilogy was Rian Johnson's, and then it was Benioff's and D.B. Weiss, and now they're back.
It was a trilogy or a series.
Yeah, a trilogy or a series, but they have scheduled them in.
Yeah,
like it's very similar to like when Disney was at the Marvel Expo, and they were just like, we're bringing out 2 movies in 2023. We're not going to say what they are, but they're coming out.
Here are the slots.
You hear the slots. They're May and December in 2023. So they have 2022, 2024 and 2026. I think it would be better if they just left them. They have those slots, but really they should just be, okay, we don't have Rian Johnson, we don't have the lads that we were originally going to do, maybe we just don't do it. Instead of throwing something together.
We just hold off. And like, from what we've seen of The Mandalorian is the only Star Wars Disney Plus show we've seen so far. But like, the budget and production on that looks unreal.
Do you think they're going to start moving into TV shows rather than movies?
I don't know, you see. I think there'll always be a place for a Star Wars cinema release.
At Christmas.
At Christmas, yeah. Because it's easier to merchandise for that as well, rather than merchandising off a TV show.
But see, technically it's not really a hiatus though. Like, they have The Mandalorian, they have the Obi-Wan series that's on Disney Plus. There's going to be basically 3 other series going on concurrently.
Yeah, Star Wars isn't on hiatus. Star Wars movies are apparently on hiatus, but if it's coming out in 2022, that's just a 3-year wait.
Yeah, and I think weirdly, if you have the series, that means like the diehard fans still get their Star Wars, but public perception of Star Wars is like, oh, Star Wars has gone away.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to go to Disney Plus to find The Mandalorian, but it's going to be there for the people that want to see it, and for the public, they get to have a rest.
That's the thing. They get to breathe. And in like the gap between Revenge of the Sith and Force Awakens, there were Star Wars TV shows. You had the Clone Wars, you had Star Wars Rebels and things like that. So, like you're saying, the people that want to watch it can watch it, and they can get excited about stuff in that. And then that excitement can transfer over to the next stuff. But also, people who only remember the movies are just like, oh, class, another movie.
Oh, wow, I haven't seen a movie in 15 years.
Yeah, any movie.
Yeah, any movie ever. The last movie I seen was 2006.
Yeah.
I seen Anakin on a big lava planet.
Great.
Haven't seen a movie since. So going into episode 9, really positive.
Holds up well.
I hope it holds up.
But, like, that was meant to be a Rian Johnson trilogy as well. And
these three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if, because of the like backlash from The Last Jedi, is that they don't want to fire another director, but they also don't want Rian Johnson to do it.
Oh, that's a good question, because we've talked about last week, they've gotten rid of a lot of directors.
Yeah, they've gotten rid of more directors than they've hired.
Have they? Wait.
Well, Lord Miller count for 2.
Yeah, I was doing the math. I was like, oh yeah, technically 2. Yeah, Vice and Benioff count as 2.
Yeah. So
see, that's cheating, but fair enough.
No, it's a good sentence to say.
It is. Sounds real good,
doesn't it?
On some sort of podcast.
Oh, we should start one of them.
Maybe we should. No, we're very bad.
No one would listen.
Absolutely not. You'd have to be dumb as shit to listen to.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, so Star Wars is going to be going on a hiatus. I mean, I think this could be a very good thing. As we were talking about, like, Disney Plus is still there if you want your Star Wars fix. Yeah,
and if Disney Plus gives more opportunity for, if people are getting it for the Marvel stuff, they can just jump over and try it.
Yeah, whereas I think Christmas movie every year, Marvel can do 2 movies a year, Star Wars can't do 2 movies a year, because I think Marvel's, it sounds bad, but they're probably more like popcorn, bigger people, don't worry about. But I think Star Wars needs build up of like at least 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah, and I feel like Star Wars is so loved and was so loved for so long that there's more attachment to that for people as well.
Yeah, you can bring out a fucking Ant-Man and have it be a 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
But if you bring out a Star Wars and have it a 6 out of 10, people will shit all over it and be like, why is it 6 out of 10?
Yeah, we waited for this. We were told this would be amazing.
Even though 6 out of 10 movies are bad. No, actually, no, they're not bad. But I would say there's 4 really good ones.
Oh?
Or did we do 12?
Oh, the maths.
Yeah, didn't we work out the maths ones? It was like they have a 45% success
rate.
Yeah,
something like that. But also, like, if you see a 6 out of 10 on something, I don't know what it is, but it looks worse than a 7 out of 10.
Isn't that weird? And like 6 and 7, I would say about fairly. This is probably the same movie. It's grand.
Yeah, like I don't know what's so different about.
It just is something in your brain.
Yeah, I suppose.
There was a girl I went to college with who put a personality to numbers.
Really?
Yeah.
What were you?
No, I didn't like. She was like, "Oh, 3, like he's a dick," but like 7, he's pretty cool, and like 5, untrustworthy. I don't know. And I was looking at them like, I think this is a mental. Like, see, like there's somebody listening to this who also does that, so we can't shut them.
See, I'm now going to do that for the rest of my life.
Yeah, put personalities to numbers.
Yeah.
Right, we're moving on to our next piece of news, and that is possibly the most exciting piece of news I have all week.
Go ahead.
The Mighty Ducks reboot at Disney Plus production have been revealed with plot details.
Okay, how much of a plot can you have in the Mighty Ducks 2?
What's your favourite Mighty Ducks movie?
The original Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Yeah, come on, man.
Can't be 2 or 3.
There was a 3?
There was a 3.
Was there a 3?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Have you never seen Mighty Ducks 3?
Clearly not.
Oh, my God. I thought that was, like, necessary viewing.
Is it better than 1 and 2?
2, I don't like at all. 1 is really good.
Remind me of the plot of 2.
Oh, here we go, right? This is my biggest pet peeve that I get to always talk about. Here we go, right? Weirdly.
This is it.
Couldn't give a shit about Star Wars.
Mighty Ducks 2.
Mighty Ducks 2, here we go, right?
Right.
So Mighty Ducks 1, they win, right? Everybody's so happy.
Everyone's delighted.
Won the fucking national championship. They're fucking Emilio Estevez's delighted with himself.
Happy hockey lads.
Happy hockey lads is what he says at the end, right? But number 2, they go to the Olympics,
Yeah.
right? And they're the American team.
Yes.
So the idea is that the Americans just send the national champs of children to the Children's Olympics.
Is there a Children's Olympics?
I don't think there is, but that doesn't matter, right?
Right, seems competitive.
They're sent to the Olympics, but they said, right, how do we add to this, right? What we'll do is we'll give the team a few new members from other teams, because obviously it's the Olympics, so you
Have to
need to
mix
throw
it up.
all the best players from the country.
They can't all be on the one team.
It'd be ridiculous. So they said, so the team is filled with there's a cowboy who isn't very good at ice. He goes around with like a lasso
On the rink?
On the rink. He's from Texas because cliches are here.
Of course.
There's a really really fast guy who can slow down. He's like lightning quick, but he can't stop. Right?
So they all have individual skills.
Here we go.
I've not seen Mighty Ducks 2, it turns out.
There's a female goalkeeper who's really good, or she's like amazing. And then there's, I'm trying to think of somebody else. I think there's some guy with like a really strong shot, but he's not very good at ice skating.
Oh, of course.
Right? But then this raises the one issue I have with this whole movie. It's the Olympics. Why would you send anybody who had any deficiencies at all?
Why you send anyone who's not absolutely perfect?
Like, it's the fucking Olympics. There's no like relay runners that are like, he's kind of fast but he can't turn left.
Yeah. It's like, God, he's great at grabbing onto something, but jeez.
Yeah. He has butter on his fingers, but he's really fast.
Yeah. He can hit a ping pong ball at 2,000 miles an hour, but he can't see.
So they've got this team together, and I'm like, why would you put a few misfits in the Olympic team?
It's not the place.
No. Like, even if it was like a state team or a town team, you're kind of like, okay, there's a few misfits.
Yeah.
But it's the fucking Olympics, and they go and face, of course, Germany, I think. Or is it Germany or Russia?
Oh, and are they really like militant about everything?
Oh, the leader is very militant.
Of course. Turtlenecks? They wear black turtleneck?
Absolutely. Very cool runnings.
Yeah.
So, I just, every time I watch number 2, I think, it takes me out of the moment here. Thinking about the fact that they just sent this cowboy.
Like the Olympic Committee would not allow a lasso on the ring.
He takes out a lasso in the middle of the final.
That's it. That's illegal.
I think it is.
It's definitely sin bin.
Absolutely. I know nothing about sin. But with the Mighty Ducks treatment, sorry, that was my rant about
You're
the Mighty
grand.
Ducks.
Glad you got it out.
I just got a bit overwhelmed there. Mighty Ducks to reboot is at Disney Plus. Disney Plus are turning out stuff.
Yeah, it might be grand.
You're trying to fill in gaps. So they have released the details of the plot. Now, you might realise that the details of this plot are very similar to the details of the original movie.
Oh.
This is a series.
Good formula.
Okay? The series will follow a 13-year-old boy and his mom. Okay?
Okay.
When the young player gets booted from the Mighty Ducks hockey team, his mom helps assemble a new team, a coach, and a practice area. The show is tentatively scheduled to start filming in February 2020, with the eventual release on Disney Plus. Sean.
Right.
The original screenwriter for the Mighty Ducks is going to be writing the series and will be an executive producer.
Well, that's a handy job, isn't
Isn't that really easy?
That he's just written it already.
Yeah. So, Sean, what are your thoughts on the Mighty Ducks getting their own show, and will you watch it?
It has the opportunity for more depth than the original Mighty Ducks.
Sorry, don't ever insult the Mighty Ducks.
Look.
Number 2, you could shit on all day.
But number 1 is gold.
Number 1 is the greatest movie ever. What's a better sports movie, the Mighty Ducks 1 or Remember the Titans?
Fucking hell. Remember the Titans is alright.
Come on now. I watched Remember the Titans the other day.
Did you actually? Just for the crack.
Just for the crack. I was watching Scrubs.
Yeah.
And Turk is in Scrubs, obviously. Donald Faison.
I know.
And he's in the Remember the Titans. And I said, I'm going to watch Remember the Titans.
I'm going to go out of my way now to watch.
I'll tell you something. Holds up.
Good movie.
It's ridiculous.
God, at the end.
Don't talk to me.
When he's in the hospital.
Oh, boom.
Jeez. Do you think, who do you market this to? Do you market this to original Mighty Ducks fans or to kids now?
Yeah, that's a good question, because I think we're the age group of the fans.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'll watch this.
I don't think so, because we're also kind of the age group. Maybe we're a bit young for it, but Cobra Kai.
Oh yeah,
the Karate Kid spin-off show.
I haven't watched any of that.
I haven't watched any of it, but I feel like this will probably be on par with that.
I think it could be slightly better, but also everyone has to remember that the Mighty Ducks 1 is also a shit movie, but loved.
Everyone just loves it because
they love it.
It was on all the time.
It's one of those movies that you're just it just remember, the nostalgia carries it.
Yeah.
In that if you go back and watch it and you just forgive it for all of its mistakes, you're just this is a good movie.
It's like The Blind Side.
I haven't seen The Blind Side.
Oh, it's very good.
What's The Blind Side?
It's Sandra Bullock.
Oh, she won the Oscar for that.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, very good. She won an Oscar. It can't be that bad.
No, it's a fucking great movie, actually.
Yeah.
Stops an airbag with his forearm.
Does he? Yeah. Jeez, he's very, very strong.
Beast of a linebacker.
Where is this gone? The Mighty Ducks are going to be having their own series. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm very looking
I can't wait to not watch it. Right?
I can't wait to hear reviews say,
it's grand. It's better than number 2, which is dog shit. Do you remember that time they sent those kids that have problems?
Do you know what? Actually, the review will say, great for fans of the original.
Oh, very good, yes. We're moving on to one of the greatest directors ever to grace cinema.
John Woo.
Roland Emmerich wishes he hadn't made Independence 2 resurgent after Will Smith's exit.
I also wish he hadn't made Independence Day 2 resurgent.
I agree.
Me and my dad were watching that film.
Oh.
And we turned it off at the first ad break because we're like, it just doesn't make sense.
This is another one of my stories. I went to the cinema to watch that.
I think I remember you telling me about this.
There's so many dog shit movies that I've gone to the cinema.
You've paid full ticket price to see.
What am I doing? And then there's loads of good movies. I'm just like, no, I don't have time. I have to go see Independence Day 2.
It's just awful.
Yeah, it's not good.
It flashes. Look, as a man who's seen the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, so you can only talk about the first 15, but what did you feel about that?
I mean, it flashes between a moon base and the White House about 8 times.
Yeah, no, it does. It really lets you know that America run the moon.
And some characters have problems with each other.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so the problem is that they wrote the movie with Will Smith in mind.
Of course.
And they were halfway through writing it, and then they decided to contact Will Smith and say, would you like to be in the movie? And Will said, I'm doing Suicide Squad currently.
And I'm currently vlogging right now.
I'm on YouTube. I'm playing on Twitch and I can't really talk.
Yeah.
Is what he said. But he was currently shooting Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Playing Deadshot. So he said, I'm not around.
I can't do it.
Yeah. So they text him, you up? He said, no. No, I'm not.
Who dis?
Roland Emmerich was then left in a bit of a bind, Sean.
Yeah, because he had already been paid, presumably.
To write and direct this movie that he thought, sure thing that Will come back. And so
at least it'll add 50 million to the ticket sales.
Exactly. So Will wouldn't come back, so he had to rewrite the whole movie to be about his son instead, and Will was dead.
It was a real Willy won't-he.
Very good.
Thank you.
I think I used that last week.
Yeah. Someone said about Gemini Man, just on the subject of Will Smith, it was...
There's a lot of Will Smith this week.
Yeah,
go on.
That's alright. They should have titled it Good Will Hunting Bad Will.
That's the best. Oh, I wish we were that smart.
I know, isn't that amazing?
Shit. I hear things like that, I just go, I would never think of that.
I've never think of that, but it makes so much sense.
Oh man. So Roland Emmerich then came out and did an interview. Now, I don't know, Roland Emmerich did the first two Independence Day, did the second one. To be honest with you, I don't think he's very good.
The first one isn't great, it's just iconic.
It's very 90s.
Yeah, it sums up the 90s.
I don't think Roland moved with the times.
No, I think he's just latched onto that and it's like, people like this
disaster movie.
Yeah.
Disaster movie, everything blows up.
Did he do 2012?
I think so. I don't know. Did he do Geostorm?
He might have done Geostorm.
He did something really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, did he do Geostorm? I think it was either he did Geostorm or somebody who's like a co-writer or
Someone who was tied to...
Who's basically like his second in command to Geostorm.
Yeah.
But yeah, Emmerich said that I just wanted to make a movie exactly like the first. Oh. But then, in the middle of production, Will opted out because he had to do the Suicide Squad, Emmerich told Yahoo Movies.
Through grit and teeth.
He said, I should have stopped making the movie because we had a much better script. After I had to, really fast, cobble another script together,
you never want to cobble anything.
No, you don't. And I should have just said no, because all of a sudden, I was making something I criticised myself. A sequel.
So what? You just wanted to remake Independence Day?
To be honest with you, what I'm getting from this is Ronan didn't want to do much work. He was going to copy my homework but change a few things. Yeah. But he's copying his own homework.
Instead of saying, Will Smith, 21-year-old man. No, it's Will Smith, 40-ish-year-old man.
But the same. He has a cigar and he punches an alien.
Oh, welcome to Earth.
Bitch. Emmerich added, life sometimes happens a certain way, but I've always been into American movies and I never could understand anything else. Sean, what are your thoughts on Roland?
So does he think Independence Day, that sums up American cinema?
Yeah. He punches an alien and he says, welcome to Earth.
That's, you know what? Fair play, Roland. Also, this man has more money than anyone could ever ask for already. So I have no pity for him. It's not like this was his pet project.
Now, this all sounds like, oh, poor old Roland. Like
Roland,
he's after writing a movie where he didn't ask the man to be in the movie, and then when he asked him, he said, no, I'm kind of busy.
And then he said, oh, no.
And ultimately, that's Will Smith's fault, not his fault.
Oh, blame Big Willie.
Big Willie should have assumed that this movie was being written.
Yeah, because he should have seen all the reboots happening, and he was just like, it's going to happen eventually.
I need to fill up my calendar just in case.
Yeah. I'll do Suicide Squad. Fuck it.
So back in 2013, however, Roland gave an interview to EW and said he didn't want Will Smith for the sequel of Independence Day. He said he's too big for a movie like this. It would be a Will Smith movie. It's Independence Day, and Independence Day was not always about one person. It's always a group thing, and Will is too big a star, is what he said in 2013.
Right, but then in the first 15 minutes of Independence Day 2...
Yes.
It's literally them talking to Will Smith's son, being like, your father was a great man, and he saved us all.
Yeah. So
it's still very much a key part of it.
I think Roland might be telling a few fibs, a bit of lies.
Roland might be trying to save face a little bit.
Slightly save face, because in 2013 they quoted him saying, I don't need Will Smith.
Will Smith's a little bitch boy.
A little bitch boy. And then in 2019, now he said, I needed Will Smith.
Could have really done with him on set, you know, just for the jokes.
Just for all the welcome to Earth, bitch.
I'd say it again, Will.
But this time, the same.
Do it the same. The same as the last time.
The same movie.
You remember.
Moving on to a piece of news that actually caused a lot of controversy this week.
Did it?
You probably didn't even hear about it. Or maybe you did.
Maybe I did. James
Dean movie planned with them using a CGI version of James Dean to resurrect him.
Did hear this.
Yes. This is a movie, Finding Jack. It is a film intending to resurrect James Dean via CGI, and basically the internet exploded in terms of this is ridiculous. Chris Evans came out and said this is the stupidest thing ever.
Well, that's from Chris Evans, the nicest man in Hollywood.
He's the nicest human being on the planet, but he's also Captain America. So if he sees problems, he will say it.
That's fair. I have nothing against them. Like, if the family and everything are okay with it, fair enough. I don't think anyone was asking for this, or that I still don't think the technology is fully there yet.
You don't think so? For a whole movie?
For a whole movie to recreate a dead actor.
But for what? What reason?
Like, I mean, I guess it's for spectacle. It's so people will see it and say, oh, that's the movie that had all that drama a while ago. Yeah.
I was going to ask you, does the James Dean name, I suppose the drama sells the movie more than James Dean himself.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, James Dean is box office these days. Like, he's been dead for 65 years, so you can't actually even claim that.
No, and I think there's a very large percentage of the population who will have no fucking clue who James Dean is.
You think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think he's like a pop culture idol.
Yeah.
But a lot of people probably don't even care that much. Like,
yeah, he's entered the realm of where it's just it's a reference. It's James. It's like
Marilyn Monroe, James Dean.
Yeah, and even beyond celebrity, like people will wear a Che Guevara t-shirt.
Yes,
and it's just they don't know them for their work or what they did. They know them because they know them.
Yeah, they know them because they're in the public domain, or like people know of them.
Yeah, and like it's how many. I guess James Dean has been in a lot of movies, so they have enough reference for his face. But that's see now, and this is the kind of worms that they're after opening. Is where do you stop with that?
You could just do movies with loads of dead people.
Yeah, and is that right? Is that fair?
I don't think I want that.
I don't think I want that either.
No, I think they should be like. I think they should be just immortalised in the movies they were in when they were alive.
Yeah.
And just leave it.
Because it lessens it, doesn't it?
Yeah, because then you're just reminded, oh, this person's dead. Throughout this whole movie, if I went to see this, I'd just be like, he's dead.
He's dead. Like I'm watching a dead man.
Yeah, like he's not real. And I know there's CGI and everything in every movie these days, but
not to the level of.
I think it's different. If the person you are watching is like in Star Wars, what was the guy's name?
Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah,
Peter Cushing is
like that. Kind of put me off in Rogue One. It was good when he was standing still, but then he was moving. It wasn't very good.
Yeah, but the thing about this is, and I was trying to think of this while we were talking, is that they didn't bring him back to use the Peter Cushing name. They brought him back because the character needed to be in.
Yeah, because it made sense why he was there.
Yeah, so it wasn't. Like, they did it because they had to. They're doing this because they want to.
Yeah, no, you're right. So, the co-director Anton Urs has spoken of being saddened and confused by the backlash, stating, "We don't really understand it. We never intended for this to be a marketing gimmick."
Fuck. No, that's...
I think, once again, few fibs are being told here.
Absolutely, and I think that's a really fucking horrible thing to say, that they don't understand where people are coming from with this. Like, they can't see why people might have a problem.
Sure, why would you have a problem with us using a dead person? Is that a big issue?
Yeah,
Get over it, lads.
Like, there are so many amazing actors who died, and you were saying their work is just immortalised.
Yeah.
And now they're going to bring them back for what's probably going to be a subpar movie. And that's going to be their last
That's the worst
technical piece of work.
That's a good point. Like, if you bring them back, this movie has to be fucking amazing.
Yeah, because they don't have a choice.
No!
You know?
Jesus Christ, I never even thought about that. Like, imagine the movie's bad.
Yeah, because if they came to James Dean with this pitch and he didn't like it,
he would just say no.
He would say no and not do it, even if it was about him.
Yeah. So, obviously the family have probably given them the go-ahead, and what he has now said is that we've brought a whole new generation of film goers to be aware of James Dean, is what he said.
So, yeah, that goes back to the thing that not everyone will recognise or know who James Dean is or what he's done.
Now, The Irishman is coming out, and they're all de-aged in that.
Yeah, but I think de-aging is...
De-aging is a little less, because they're still alive.
They're still alive, and I just said it, they're there to give permission. You know, they're there... and they know that this is happening.
And of course, Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
We're talking about Star Wars earlier on. Carrie Fisher is, of course, passed away in 2017. Like, before filming of number 9. Apparently, they only had 8 minutes of footage of her for this movie. But, like, that's acceptable because she was in the first 2 of this trilogy.
Yeah.
And so, like, when she passed away, like, really sadly during the shooting, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But she didn't die 65 years ago, and then they're like, we'll bring her back for number 9.
Yeah, let's make a Princess Leia movie.
Yeah.
Without, you know.
That's so fucked, right?
It's twisted. I don't like this.
Yeah, so I read this news, I was like, I have to ask Sean what his thoughts on it, because, like, do you think there's somebody in the world who's like, this is the best idea ever?
I know there's... people are going to look at it from different perspectives. Like, I imagine a lot of VFX artists... they're going to be really interested in this.
Yeah. But is interested the same as, like, good idea?
I don't think so.
People can be interested in a morbid way of, like, what are they going to do?
Yeah, that's true. But I don't think this... like, the draw of this it's already niche enough, but then the controversy, whatever they say, it is a marketing tactic.
Oh, 100%. Like, this guy is now just playing innocent. Like, what? I never realised that me using a dead character.
He was dead.
Yeah. We rang him and he didn't answer. Then I googled him. Turns out he died 65 years ago. I have been missing stuff.
I have been under a rock, let me tell you,
for ages.
But I don't know. I don't know who this movie's for.
Yeah, who is it? What are his family?
Like, the one thing I can think of in this is that what's her name? They brought her back for, there was a chocolate ad.
A chocolate ad?
No, I'm going to need to Google
this. No. This is your one Googs of the week. You don't have to be like
no, I swear to God.
There's 100% one person listening to this once again who knows what you're talking about. Oh, they brought her back for the chocolate ad.
Chocolate ad.
And
it's... is it Lint or Galaxy or something?
This is
she's a very famous actress.
Right. Is it Sandy Bullock?
No. Audrey Hepburn.
Oh, right.
She was brought back for an ad for chocolate. Like, they recreated her likeness and it was just her eating a piece of chocolate. It didn't look quite right because it happened about 5 or 10 years ago.
Right.
But it was a thing of the family gave their permission. But that, I remember that having the same discussion about it, like, you're using this dead person to sell something.
Yeah.
And they're using this dead man to sell
sell
a movie.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Yeah.
Just hire somebody else. There's loads of alive people in Hollywood.
Yeah, cast them. Like, how many biopics are made of dead people?
Yeah, but they don't bring back
Daniel Day-Lewis to do it.
Daniel do it.
Daniel fucking do it.
Jared Leto would play this in an instant.
Oh, he'd jump at the chance.
Yeah, he would.
So I think there'll always be controversy about it, and I think it's justified in a lot of ways.
Okay, we're going to move on to that was a serious talk.
It was a bit real, wasn't it?
No, we're not going to talk real anymore because Scream movie reboot reportedly in development.
Excellent.
So they are going to be doing a Scream movie reboot. They've grossed over $600 million at the box office over 4 movies. You've seen Manny Courtney Cox hairstyles.
Yeah, we
You've
have.
got David Arquette being weird,
being a lunatic,
being a bit of a weirdo. What are your thoughts on Scream?
I've only seen the first one.
That's fine, it's basically all the same.
Right, okay. And I've seen some scary movies.
Scary movie. A lot of people have seen Scream through Scary Movie.
Yeah, that's also true.
And Scream 5, there was talk that was going to be happening, but Wes Craven passed away 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So unfortunately he won't be around because I think he directed the first one. He didn't want to do it. The story goes that he didn't want to do it at all, and they kind of convinced him at the last minute. They were just like, this is going to be like slightly different. Like, I think this could be good.
Right.
You just can take the piss out of horror movies while doing a horror movie. And so then that kind of interested him, so he did that. He has since passed away, unfortunately, but they're now saying that they're going to be doing a reboot instead of Scream 5. Do you think the world needs another Scream movie in a reboot?
I don't know, because, like, what do you do it? Do you play it straight? You can't do parody, because then that's just straight up scary movie. Yeah. But to put, I hate the word, but to be like a bit subversive about the horror genre. But where is the horror genre now?
See, there you think. So in the 90s when this came out, the horror genre was
masked killer.
Masked killer, blonde girl, cheerleader, gets butchered. There's a group of friends, there's a dirty secret, and they all just get picked off one by one.
And the subversion of that is Cabin in the Woods.
Exactly. So how do you subvert that when it's been now subverting it is the cliche rather than doing it? But you're not allowed to do it, but you're also not allowed to subvert it because they're both cliches.
Like, I'm trying to think fucking hell.
This is another serious conversation.
It is, because, like, when you think of horror movies that have come out in the last while, you have psychological, you have the likes of Midsommar and things like that. Yeah. You have the zombie movies that happened about 5 years ago. But
I don't think zombie movies are that big, because The Walking Dead has kind of taken over that market and kind of made people a bit just like meh about zombies.
And Zombieland is the commentary on zombies, really. And you have your Saw movies, which is just body horror, gross, gore.
Yeah, which will always have its audience.
It will.
It's not our thing, but it will always have its audience.
It will, and then it makes a lot of money out of that.
And Dr. Sleep recently came out, which was a remake, well, not a remake, but like a sequel to The Shining.
Yeah,
so
true.
you can play off old movies, but as a straight up reboot, it is going to be difficult to stand out because, as we said, like,
yeah,
you can't subverting other subverting movies.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I think you don't subvert the story, you subvert the way it's made, if you get me.
Okay.
Like, if you look at the shots of, the shaky cameras in Saw, the fucking dramatic music build up in The Quiet Place or something like that, you need to look at the elements of how they're made and then make them like that, but on purpose, if you get me. Not because it's easy, but because that's the way it's done.
I get what you're saying. I think this all relies on the fact of the director.
Yeah.
The director is vital, I think. I think a director is like more vital in like horror movies than he is in, say, an action movie or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I think in a horror movie you definitely see more of the director, whereas action is always just like explosions, punches, whereas tension is all how you shoot it, how you lay a scene out, where the music comes in.
It's horror and comedy are the hardest two things to do, I think.
It's timing.
It's timing.
It's all timing. And that all comes down to the director. So you have Jordan Peele.
Yeah, Jordan Peele's amazing at it.
So if you got him to do a Scream reboot, he wouldn't do it.
He wouldn't do it. You could go James Gunn, but then you lean maybe too far into comedy.
No,
sometimes.
you see, you can't go comedy. I think
it has to be...
it can't just be a comedy and then a horror movie. I think it has to be a horror movie first, then a comedy.
Yeah.
There's not too many directors out there that are known for just like, other than Jordan Peele, who's now kind of taken over the horror genre himself.
Yeah, and even his type of horror it's not jump scares.
No. I recently watched Get Out again.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
It's so good.
So good.
Do you know, I still haven't seen Us.
Have you not?
No.
Us is also really creepy.
Right.
Us, I would say, is creepier than Get Out. I think Get Out just has an impending doom through it.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh god, I feel on edge.
Something
Whereas
wrong.
Us is like, immediately, it's just like, this is fucked.
Okay.
Like, straight up, this is fucked.
See, I could see them like taking elements of those kind of movies where everyone knows something's wrong.
Yeah.
There's no happy party in the woods.
Follow the killer instead of the people he's killing.
Not a bad shout.
It's something weird.
Like Halloween.
Yeah, like you just follow the killer. I don't understand. Yeah, the whole Scream thing, I think it might be over and done with. I think just leave. I mean, it will make some money.
It will, of course.
Bring it out with her.
There's a Scream TV show that's running.
You bring it out with Halloween, you'll make like, I don't know, 400 million maybe.
Yeah, and you can make it cheap as well.
You see, horror movies you can make real cheap.
Yeah.
I think the worst thing they could possibly do is just hire a bunch of no-name American beautiful people who are all like 23, and then make them just a group of friends who all get killed off.
Yeah, who do you think will be the big star cast in this?
See, it has to be someone who's not that big but is also recognisable.
Dave Franco.
Franco. I can see
Dave Franco in it.
You don't do that. But he's really good.
He is a good actor.
In 21 Jump Street, Dave Franco is like amazing.
He's the best part of that.
I gave you friendship bracelets, man.
I'm going to cut this the fuck off later.
Okay, we're finishing off Movie Mondays this week with massive news, Sean.
Huge news?
Huge news. And by huge, I just mean news that came out last week. And unfortunately, we do the show on Mondays, and of course the news came out on Monday.
Of course.
So, every actor cast in the Batman movie so far, with the recent announcements that Colin Farrell will be playing the Penguin.
Very good.
And Andy Serkis will be playing Alfred.
Andy Serkis as Alfred?
Yes. Now I have everyone who's been cast so far in the movie.
Okay.
But do you want to start off with Colin Farrell, Andy Serkis, or do you want me to start from the top?
Start from the top. We'll work our way down.
We'll work our way down, because this cast is getting more ludicrous by the minute,
and bigger by the minute.
and also I get more excited And I don't like getting excited, Sean, you know me.
Especially not about a DC property.
I despise excitement for all movies.
No hype law, we call it.
You'll always just get disappointed. It'll never live up.
Not at all.
That's why for Batman vs Superman I was like, it's probably not going to be good. It's not going to be. And then when I came out, I was like, okay, it's good. Just protect yourself.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're just going to be feeling sad.
You've been hurt so many times.
You've been burned so many times. So, we have, of course, the Batman movie, which is going to be the solo movie. It's going to be called The Batman. Comes out in 2021. And so far, the cast, of course, Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson
has been cast as Batman. He's only 33, so he's going to be one of the youngest actors other than Christian Bale to play Batman. We've already talked about Robert Pattinson as his casting. We really like it.
Yeah, I think he can do great things.
He's a young Batman.
Yes, Batman we haven't really seen before.
Yeah, and also Matt Reeves is the director, and he said he's going to make it more of a detective movie. So,
which we like detective Batman here.
We like detective Batman. So you've got Robert Pattinson as Batman. That's straight up very strong.
And that's, are we saying that's locked in?
That's imagine it was. They're actually bringing George Clooney back.
Oh,
yeah, for just
as Robin.
As Robin. No, I was Catwoman. So Robert Pattinson's locked in. Paul Dano will be playing the Riddler.
Very good.
What do we know of Paul Dano from?
There will be blood.
Yes.
And other things.
Other things. Paul Dano is pretty good. And there's going to be lots of villains in this, which is why there's so many different castings.
Yeah.
We still don't know why there's lots of villains, but the rumours, or what we have come up with, is that it could be like a long Halloween thing.
Yeah, which is Batman against essentially a gauntlet of his
just
foes.
One by one, they all get together and they're like, right, we'll fuck him up, but we'll take him out one by one.
Which, imagine seeing all these characters around a table plotting to take down Batman.
And can I ask you a question? Would you like that, or does everyone need their own origin and then you throw them around the table? Or cold, you go into that scene?
I think maybe cold you go into it, because I think this Batman is as a response to supervillains.
Okay.
Like the birth of this Batman. I don't know if Batman comes first in this universe.
I think normally in every Batman universe, the Batman comes first.
Yeah, and then the villains are a response to him.
Well, like Penguin and some of the crime lords,
they could exist already.
They exist already, but that's why Batman is created. But then Batman's creation leads to Two-Face, Joker, Riddler, like
I get you.
All of the Catwoman. Although Catwoman could be technically her own burglar as it is, just existing already. So you have Paul Dano as the Riddler, locked in, very strong shout.
Yes.
Then you have Jeffrey Wright from Spotlight, if anyone doesn't know, and Westworld. He is amazing.
He's a great actor.
He's an amazing actor, and he is going to be playing James Gordon.
Well, that's a great cast,
yes,
actually, because he can do intensity with kindness.
Yeah,
which I feel is a lot of Jim Gordon's thing. Yeah,
that's actually a good way to put it. Like he's you can tell that he's a good man.
Yeah,
but like he wants to do what's right.
Yeah, exactly, and he will do what's right.
And so Jeffrey Wright, like with Robert Pattinson, that's a good combo already. I can kind of see them as like the older guy, the older cop, and the young Batman.
And like Jim Gordon historically cannot trust any of his officers.
No, ever. The Gotham police force are shit, right? Yeah. Then you have Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle, or Catwoman.
Very cool.
Once again, amazing cast. We kind of talked about a lot of these casting, but
but to have them all in one chunk.
So Zoe Kravitz cast as Catwoman, and now we move on to the next two recent ones. Colin Farrell is in talks to play the Penguin. It is not fully confirmed, but the rumours is that he's basically 95% basically locked in as the Penguin. Sean, what are your thoughts?
I think that's quite cool. I like the idea of, because Colin Farrell can be a charismatic kind of penguin.
Yes.
You know, and if he does the Iceberg Lounge club owner type thing, he would need to be able to talk, and as a crime lord even, he would need to be able to just talk and get information and get his way into things.
Penguin's thing is that he's like pretends to just be a stand-up guy,
a legitimate businessman,
and then behind the scenes he does a lot of shit. And Colin Farrell, I think, has that like devilish smile that like he'd be really charismatic, and then behind the scenes like kill that guy.
Do you think monocle?
Monocle. I think you have to give a Penguin a monocle.
Tuxedo
Monocle. But I think Colin Farrell is a very strange but also amazing casting as the Penguin. He's not someone I would have picked.
No, he's older than Pattinson.
Yes, but the idea would be that he has been around for a lot longer.
Yeah, but if it came to a fight, I think they'd still be a fight for each other.
I think Batman should always be a better fighter than Penguin.
But have you seen the build of Colin Farrell? Like, he doesn't look like a...
No, he's in good shape.
Man,
he's in good shape at the minute. And Jonah Hill was cast and then got pulled out.
Yeah.
And then Colin Farrell came in. So I think they went a completely different way. Or unless Jonah Hill was going to play someone else.
Maybe, yeah. But I'm not mad at the Colin Farrell casting. I'm more curious than anything because he's done some really good stuff.
I think he's a really good actor.
Yeah.
And obviously he's Irish, so we have to support him constantly.
On the lads.
On the lads. But yeah, I think he does have a great performance in him. He'll do like one or two shy things, but have you seen Phone Boo?
Yeah, Phone Boo's great.
He's amazing in that.
It's amazing.
And then finally Andy Serkis is going to be playing Alfred Pennyworth, Batman's butler. Okay. What are your thoughts on that?
Not mad at it.
Really?
I wouldn't have picked it. Do you know, he wouldn't have been in consideration for me. I don't think he's old enough.
But Robert Pattinson is meant to be like 27 in this, 26. Like, Andy Serkis could play probably a 45-year-old, maybe.
I think Andy Serkis might be 45.
He probably is 45, about that age.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's very good at playing 45-year-olds.
That's fair. And I guess I'm thinking of him as Ulysses Claw, who's quite like rough and mental,
yeah.
So maybe once he's dressed up a bit, clean shaven.
But think of his voice. Like, I think it's a really good voice for him talking to Batman, like a very deep.
Do you think he'll keep the South African?
No, I don't think so. Ulysses Claw's accent.
Yeah, it would be nice though.
Yeah, so that is the collection of people that have been cast in this fucking movie.
It's a lot.
That is a serious cast.
They're not pulling any punches.
No, they're going all in.
Like, and they're not the most obvious choice, which I like, because Pattinson wouldn't have been the obvious choice.
Yeah, it's not big names like Will Smith and Margot Robbie. Now, Margot Robbie's an amazing actress. Will Smith is obviously a good actor.
Yeah.
The idea would be, though, that their names precede their talent, whereas I think these people's talent precede their names. Well, maybe not Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell has done some.
Colin Farrell's a very
though.
big like actor, but like Zoe Kravitz is not who you would immediately pick for Catwoman.
No,
but she's amazing.
She's a great choice.
She's amazing. Robert Pattinson isn't who you'd pick for Batman. He's a pretty good choice for it, though, when you think about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. All of these castings are when you think about it. Yeah, like the energy they give off very much matches these characters.
And Jeffrey Wright as Jim Gordon, I actually think that's probably my favourite casting, because he's like a paternal figure. In anything he's in, you always get a thought of like, he's in control, he knows what he's doing, and when he talks, you're like, I listen to him.
Yeah, I would watch that man just like sit at a desk worriedly, taking off his glasses.
And it's like, he's done what?
Yeah. Do you know? Which happens about 40 times in Westworld.
All the time. But yeah, Jeffrey Wright is amazing. But
Paul Dano as well. That's like...
Paul Dano is a strong casting as well.
And I feel like he hasn't been in the public eye for too long either. Like, I don't know what his last big thing was.
He's in Little Miss Sunshine and Prisoners, but I don't know what his last movie was. But him and Little Miss Sunshine, he's the son in that.
Yeah,
he is colourblind.
Yeah, and he does some great acting in that.
Yeah, he's really, doesn't he freak out?
Yeah, like he wants to join the Air Force. That's his thing.
Yeah, and his whole thing is he doesn't talk until he joins the Air Force.
And then he finds out he's colourblind. They stop the van, and he just gets out and just screams.
Yeah. But Paul Dano is, as the Riddler, I think he works. Like, Riddler's meant to be schemy more so than big bulk.
Yeah.
And then you have Colin Farrell, who's a different Penguin. Then you've got Andy Serkis, who, like, although Alfred is meant to have been a former army.
He's a military man.
He's a military man. Now, that's in some areas. Sometimes he's just been a butler to the Waynes for 5 million years. But
and he has a big gun.
He has a big gun. Loves guns, right? Just like Big Bat, right? But there's certain other ones where he was in the British Army and then he retired and then he became a butler to the Waynes.
And even the Michael Caine one was in the army.
Yeah, so he's meant to be tactical.
Yeah.
He's meant to be good. But as a cast itself, I think this is shaping up to be not even probably the most star-studded, but I think this could be one of the strongest acting casts put together.
Yeah, they're not the biggest names, but they're amazing talent, all of them.
And Matt Reeves directing it, who's
worked with Andy Serkis before.
Him and Andy Serkis are basically best friends, I'd say, at this stage. So that is the cast of the Batman. Colin Farrell and Andy Serkis. I will happily take the two of them on board.
Absolutely. They can come to the party.
So I think that's it for weird news. Or not weird news. Jesus, Monday.
You've done it
Mondays.
again, man.
That was once. Movie Mondays this week. Although there has been some bit of weird news, hasn't there, Ben?
God, a little bit of that Independence Day news. That threw me for a loop.
A bit of Will news.
Oh, it's been a Will Smithy kind of week.
Sorry.
We've been talking more and more about Will Smith on this show.
Will Smith and Batman are two niches.
Yeah. Which is nice, because it was, for the longest time, it was, oh, here's what the X-Men are. Here's what Spider-Man's doing right now.
Sorry, really quickly, who are the Eternals? Why do you do this to me? Do you want to take us out, Sean?
Yeah, thanks everyone for listening to this episode of Movie Mondays. We'll be back on Wednesday with an episode of Weird News Wednesday, Friday with an episode of Hero Zero, and next Monday with an episode of Movie Mondays that I won't be on.
What?
I'm going on holiday.
Are you?
I told you this.
Oh, right. I'll get on to somebody.
Excellent. Enjoy that. Enjoy the Conor show.
When we was fucking bearing the last show I was out here for, because
sure?
I'm here and you're not here, because I'm the talent. What? Sorry, I mumbled that.
There's no talent between the two of us, let's be honest. So
I can put this show together, but I can't edit it.
Thank you to all our patrons who support us over on Patreon. If you'd like to support us there's a link in the description, or it's patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. We are on all the social medias: Twitter at Heroes for Hire Pod, the 4 is the number 4, Instagram Heroes for Hire Podcast, Facebook Heroes for Hire Podcast, or you can email us heroesforhire_@outlook.com.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
I think it's been a strong week for news.
It's been a newsy week.
Very newsy week. We'll get back to the usual hijinks next week when you're not here.
Oh no, there's going to be so many bits.
You're going to be hijinks less. So I've been Conor.
I've been Sean.
I'll see you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.